Well, hello, Bob Dendry here, and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. So, last week, you would have noticed we made a few changes to the network. We increased our South Shields branch line, and we basically finished doing, all the upgrades we needed to make our main sort of line here primarily double track, which is great news. It's good, it'll increase the efficiency heaps. So, today we're going to aim for a bit more sort of expansion rather than consolidation. So let's get stuck in. So one thing I've noticed on this side of the river where we've done the majority of our work is that we do have a bit of a possibility to run a bit of a corridor, basically the length of the river here. We've got a few towns that we can run to, so we can start from Regis, we can capture Bakingwell, Carterton, and then through South Shields to Cheltenham, and potentially even on to Norton on Derwent. And along that sort of riverbanks, we have the opportunity to also build up some more freight as well. So we've got plenty of wood, we've got planks, which we can send on to a tool factory. We've got oil refineries, we've got chemical plants, and we have iron ore mines, coal mines, and a steel mill as well. So there's actually a lot of things we could actually do with this, we'll say this coastal line that we're considering building in this episode. So I think we're going to start planning, work out what we're going to do and how we're going to do it, and then hopefully things work out. So first thing we're going to have to do is expand Regis Station. We'll probably be looking to put on one further platform than we already have, and it will be fairly separated from the existing network, so we'll probably get it to sort of cross under our train line here if we're able to make that work. So there's not a lot of sort of conflicting movements or anything like that. So let's get that underway. And we had the same issue when we were building our original line through to Doncaster, is that this is a bit of a grade. So one thing we could actually consider doing is actually building over the top rather than trying to tunnel underneath. I'm an idiot pretty much. Well, all we need to do is we need to shift our tracks onto this platform here. And we can use our existing platform here for our new line. So that's actually really simple. So we'll switch that back to low speed and switch this on to high speed with catenary as well. So that's actually really easy. I don't know why I didn't immediately think of that, but we'll quickly chuck on pause. And we'll just realign this railway slightly. And that is easy as. Okay, and we just need to quickly update our lines. Okay, that should be solved now, and we can get building. And this is going to be a long and expensive way back down. But, well, let's call this an investment in the future of the company. Or thereabouts. Other thing to keep in mind is these bridges are not great for track speed either. But it's okay. We'll make it work, shall we say? Okay. And we want to try and maintain 300 k's an hour for as much as we can. That'll allow us to, use some nice, cool, new trains. So we are approaching Bakewell. So where are our houses in Bakewell. It looks like they're on the right side for us to run through here, which is good news. Well, let's just check that. No, yes. Okay, so we've got a mixture actually. So the majority of our passengers are actually on this side, but we're not going to be able to build a platform up against the water here. Just thinking what we could potentially do. And I think we might have to do a pretty dodgy thing that we just did with, what is this town called again? With Cheltenham last week, and that is to build a tunnel underneath. Oh well. It is what it is. We've got some money to play with anyway, so it's probably not necessarily a bad thing. I actually want this platform to be on the other side. And probably what we'll actually do, because I don't want to destroy too many any roads, we'll actually just build a little sort of frontage road here that we can place a station on. Okay. I can't quite get down. It looks like we're probably pretty close to being tunneled. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to have to pull out that. Why won't you tunnel? Okay, we're not tunneling, apparently. Okay. Look, if we're not going to tunnel, we may as well just run between the buildings where we can. This is not great at all for the town that we're building this through. I actually don't feel great about it, but it is what it is. It's also my favorite thing to say. It is what it is, just got to accept it. Okay. But from there we're home free. And I'm thinking we will loop through Carterton. It makes sense. The town's there, so we might as well connect it. And where are our houses? Are on the wrong side again. That's alright. We're going to have to deal with it. So we'll lay down the station now. And so we can see what we're, I guess, aiming for. Now we also want to try and avoid removing crop fields because they're very expensive. Also, we can play again. Don't know why we're still paused. Okay. And from there, it looks like passing through this little part of the mountain range is probably going to be the most efficient way to cross. Or through there. No, I think going through here is going to be better. Yeah, I'd rather we tunnel than a bridge. Don't need to keep bridging though, I think we're pretty good now. Okay, I've gone down too far. Really bad here is where we don't actually need the bridge anymore. I don't need to dive anymore, I should say. Yeah, it's going to be set up as a bit of a junction, actually. Alright, so we're going to have to do a little bit of restructuring on this section here. Just so we... Oh wow, there's a lot of cars. We'll just wait for this train to pass through. And then we might just pause. So we're pretty much going to rip everything out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to join up here. We might make this partially a flying junction. Actually, you know what? Let's do another flying junction. That's fugly. And we might just join it back up here, just for the moment. We will obviously double track this, but at the moment I think our main focus is getting the lines actually all configured and such. And we also need to reconnect that as well. Cool. So now we can unpause and get flowing again. And actually, just need to pause quickly again for this section. Just need to realign these little bits here. Ooh, too much slope, eh? That's interesting. That diamond goes one way but not the other. Let's see if we can just move it a little bit further this way. Cool. So it works out there. That is absolutely a-okay. We'll just fix signals here. We can flow again here, and then we just need to start laying down some one-way signals. Alright, so our main line, or our existing line I should say, is all flowing again now, so that's fine. Now, we're through to Cheltenham here, so our existing double track section doesn't need to be modified at all, which is excellent. But we are going to take advantage of these tracks we reserved. Very lucky that we did that, in fact. Because, I mean, at the time I recorded last week, I had absolutely no plans to run this coastal line. This is something I've, you know, sort of come up with of my own thoughts. you know, just from playing the game. I'm just trying to think of how this is going to work. Might actually need to go a little bit further back. Unfortunately, we are going to need to acquire a few more houses. But that is going to work. A-okay. And where to from here? So we're going to have to take a bit of a windy route around the back to Norton on Derwent, I think. We're going to go around probably behind this iron ore mine. Yeah, we're going to get no speed if we go in front of it. So we'll do that. And we're coming at this angle anyway, so we may as well just go through the mountain at this point. And from here we've got pretty much a fairly, you know, straight route up to Norton. We've got our full speed avail, which is excellent. And where is our residential? Actually, that's all right. I don't mind that. We've got an opportunity for a 4-track station here, which we're going to just slot in right here. And that should be okay. Taking a nice wide route as much as we can, so we can allow ourselves to access as much speed as we can as well. Alright, so that is our coastal line. It is all laid down. It just needs to be signaled, and we just need to fix up like stuff like crossing junctions near our station, stuff like that. So I'm going to quickly do that, and then we'll be back and we'll start planning what sort of services we're going to run on it. Okay, so that is the line built, signaled, and yeah, it's pretty much good to go now. So let's have a look and see what options we have in terms of rolling stock for this new line. I'm definitely looking at the ice, to be completely honest. But a potential option we actually have here is we use the ice to upgrade our... No, actually, I'm thinking we're going to go with ice, and we're going to put it on, yes, the coastal line. I was considering maybe the like Bawtry Express, but no, ice will be going on the coastal line, I think. So, oh, and let's, 282, okay. It's quite long, isn't it? Can we, no, so we can't reduce the amount of carriages on it. It's all or nothing. That means that we do need to do some upgrades that I didn't actually consider. And Carterton is way too short. Isn't it? I have completely forgotten to use. So we're going to have to use a 320 meter long platform here. It's actually not that bad. So we were using 240s there, I think. We just need to slightly adjust what we're doing. I just want to check something actually. So that is definitely a 240, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. So if we go to, how many segments do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So how long is each segment? I can't do simple maths. That's 4, right? 240 divided by 6 is 40. So actually, if we put a single length on, then we'll be like 2 meters over, but that's fine and doable. So I think we're actually going to just do that rather than rebuild the platform to a 320 standard, at least for the moment anyway. The lesson of the day here, I think, is measure your trains first. You know, New South Wales government here bought some trains that are too wide for the tunnels they go in fact. So, measure your trains. And I am pleased to announce the completion of the coastal line. So it's taken a lot of work. We've had to modify existing stations. We've had to build new stations and then modify those new stations because we didn't build them to the right standards, but it happens. Don't argue with the process, all right? It just happens. You've got to accept it. Now, we just need to wait for a tiny bit extra cash to come in so we can put down our first train on the line. And while we're waiting, I'll get the line set up. Alright, and we're just about ready to launch our ICE servers. So our track is all laid down, our line is now all laid out and all set up properly. We have the funds in the bank account, so let's go ahead and buy one. That's exciting. I didn't name the line yet, so let's quickly fix that up as well. It's going to be the coastal. What's going to call it the coastal line? Perfect. And let's take a ride on the coastal line, see how fast we get, and see how the line looks really. that's pretty much everything we're going to get done this episode. So it's been an episode all about building. So we've put down a whole brand new coastal line, and we've been using a Ice 1 locomotive on that. The first of our really sort of ultra high speed trains that we have in use. But that is it. So if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and ring that notification bell so you get a ding to your device the next time I post a video. We'll be back next week as usual with Transport Fever 2. My name is Bob Dendry, and until next time, goodbye.